I like the green color when the consciousness make it appear. Every time I put the plaster in front of the webcam, there is a different color from consciousness. I just visit the baker house because I see the system slowing me down. I leave the video when they processing it, and I visit the baker house. In every bedroom, they baking children in 9 months. I visit the baker house, I mix the flour, and I did not collect the oil to bake it. I just threw the flour away 2 times. To my friends, I'm going offline. Really. Everything in the videos, all 10 accounts, is inside my mind. Everything. When I open my eyes, I can see everything. When I close my eyes, everything and everyone disappear. I'm in charge to play anything and everything in this world. If I don't press play, nothing moves. The queen will be outside. It doesn't matter 100 of them. If I close my eyes, they are not there. To the positive people, your eyes is a webcam and your mind is a CD. There are some things you will download from my videos. If the consciousness wants you to be part of it, the consciousness wants to free you, you will be able to connect to my message. But if the consciousness thinking you're from the other side, you will never connect with my message. I was thinking just, how many times one woman that's standing, she's 5 years old, she think, I just arrived today. 500 years ago, it's the same way the great grandmother arrived. She thought she was the first one. When a woman is 30 years old, they use her body for masturbation for 30 years. She becomes 60. If she doesn't collect any paint from any guy, which is a woman, to make a photocopy out of her body, she will go to the graveyard with her body. If the woman collects the paint and put it inside of her body 30 years ago when she's 30, she bake a bread inside of her and get it out. 30 years later, she see the girl different than her. If she keep the bread inside of her, she will still travel the 60 years. She will not count the 30 years. If there is a 2 gateway in this world, they said all the people who are below 30 has to stay on their side. And all the people that become 31 has to cross the gate. Please tell me, if all of us will become 30 one time, and as soon as we reach 31, we cross the gate, will there be anybody left behind? Will there be? For as long as we can be manipulated by songs and we make love, we get ourselves out of ourselves. They can take them and keep them in a little people's city. And some of you are happy, or you have some free time for yourself. But you don't understand why they split you up. You don't understand why they have to keep them away. so you never can see yourself in them. All the mothers who are 30 years of age, they all have 2 or 3 children. Only few has to stay sexy. They are not pregnant. They are just a duplicate. They are the children they put underneath the table every 12 months, make 1 year. But it's every 9 months we have children. Every 4 years we have 4 times pregnancy. One is underneath the table, and they are the sexy one who cannot make children forward in time. If they say to you, before you cross the gates, make sure you make a daughter out of you. When you cross the gates, your daughter becomes 31, just like you. If you can only cross the gate 1 time, if your daughter was 20 when you cross the gate, who is crossing the gate 11 years later? Is it your daughter or you? If you're pregnant for 30 years, the stomach stay in front of you for 30 years. If pregnancy is really real, a pregnant woman, there's a pregnant woman, there's an old woman, there's a child, there's sexy. But we don't see that pregnant woman only lasts for 9 months, but there is so much of them. We always say pregnant women. The last 30 years we say pregnant women. We forget the pregnant women yesterday have the big children now. If you're really a pregnant woman, you're pregnant for 30 years, please tell me, if you cross the gates with your baby inside your stomach, are you with a child or are you just with yourself? If you have the baby 30 years ago, you are 60 years, the baby is 30. When you cross and you have the baby next to you, if you cross the gate, are you crossing with your child or are you crossing with yourself? Your grandmother was inside of you. You think you came out of her. No, she came out of you. You are here. You're the child. You grew up to get the face out. You're the last one standing. They are dead. They came out of you. You go forward in time. What you can see, when the child come out, the mother is standing. The child head always goes down into the world. The youngest child is older than the oldest woman. The older woman is in the end of the rope. The youngest child is bigger than the old woman. The youngest child, 30 years later, have the body inside of her for the old woman up there. The old woman will never be pregnant. She's out of the child. The child is still little. Again, if you're pregnant for 30 years, you don't take the child out of you. But you forget, you just become 60 years, the child is still inside of you. What happens when you get the child out of you? The child is 30 and you are 60. If you die, are you dead? Or you are just a child? They want to make sure they use you a couple of times before you really believe that you're really dead.